Greetings, good people. Bald Head Harrison here, coming on to give you guys a wonderful love reading, okay? A wonderful love reading. So if this is your first time visiting with me, welcome. I hope that you do choose to stay. And if you are returning, welcome back, okay? Hello, new followers. I hope that I have been informative and resourceful. I'm assuming that that is why you have chosen to follow me. And I am much, much appreciative of your time, your energy, your your good vibration, because I don't think you would have chosen to follow me if I did not offer something that made you say, okay, she's worth it. So I appreciate the subscribe. So coming on again to give you guys a love reading. I'm going to use my rose decks. I'm feeling very in alignment with the energy and the frequency of love. So no better time to come on and do a love reading than when you are in that energy, okay? So we know that Venus had been retrograding in Leo for about a month and a half, maybe. I didn't really keep up with the length. I want to say it was about a month and a half, maybe 2 months. And she has either just went back direct or is about to go direct. I want to say that she just went back direct, maybe like a couple of days ago. So what that means for everybody, no matter if your Venus is in Leo or not, when it was retrograding in Leo, it may have caused everyone to stop and question the validity of their relationships, the confidence. Am I sexy enough? Am I beautiful enough? Am I doing enough? Am I handsome enough? Does she still see me attractive? It kind of pressed pause in areas dealing with the confidence, asking, were you enough? Okay. Am I doing enough? Could have even been a few arguments in relationships pertaining to, you don't see me how you used to, or I don't see you how I used to. A few people may have been honest with one another and decided, you know what? I don't love you like I used to. Okay. Any retrograde brings about introspection. Okay. And you have to be honest with yourself so you can make the best decision for yourself, after facing the introspection. And some of y'all came out of that introspection or will be coming out of the introspection with a new truth for yourself. Now, some of you will continue on with who you were with, doing what you were doing. Nothing's going to change. You just had that brief moment, that brief pause for you to, retrospect. And then some of you have come out of it or will come out of it, and you won't be the same. You won't be with who you were with before the retrograde started. So, now this reading is not about the breakup. It's not about anything pertaining to the lack of, okay? I am merely pulling on and channeling and reading where you're at right now, okay? So that could be immensely in love with your partner, immensely in love with yourself, or you could just be at a place, for you singles, you could just be at a place where you're radiating in a love energy, and now you are attracting love, because maybe during the Venus in Leo retrograde for you could have been making sure that you were tying up loose ends with past situations that made you feel unworthy, okay? Or maybe you were holding on to past relationships and some of the tainted memories that left you feeling low in your confidence, low in your self-esteem. So anywho, I don't want to keep going on that. I think you guys get where I'm going with this and what I'll be pulling today and how it will pertain to where we're at as far as the energy of Venus, okay? Because Venus is all about love. She's all about self-love, but she's also about partnership. She's also about the sharing and the caring But again, she's also about self-love. So this is going to pertain to wherever love is in your life. So apply this reading to wherever love is alive and well in your life. Okay. So I'm going to start with the rose deck. Let's see. Let's get a few words. Let's see what's under the rose. Okay. Let's see what's going on. If I can pull or tap into any energies, if there's any energies that want to show themselves via these cards, it can kind of give me an understanding on what's going on with the love, okay, in the areas of your life. So thank you, Mother, Father, God, sweet spirit, for bringing me a message that will be helpful, resourceful, truthful, and accurate, conducive to the collective that will be here soon. Thank you for using me as a trusted and true vessel to bring about this message. Ashe. Okay. I'm going to pull 3 cards from the Under the Rose deck. Let's see. Well, that one wanted to come out. Let's see. The Mountain. Oh, it's a card that turned over. Where is it? Where is it? There it is. The Dog. And I'm going to pull one more. Okay, for the 3rd card. Show me clearly, Spirit. Give me a message with the 3rd card. Did one turn over? I feel like I saw one. Nope, 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 nope. Why did I thought I saw one that turned over? And the Cross. So I can tell you exactly what this may be pertaining to. And I'm not going to stay on this long because it's very specific. The message is very clear. And I want to say, let me go ahead and say this is a trigger warning, because what I'm about to say is, you know, may put someone in their feelings. But this alone is speaking about someone who, your loved one passed away, your mate, your husband, your wife, your girlfriend, your boyfriend, okay? Your partner, they died, okay? And it's been very heavy for you. It's been very heavy. It's been like moving a mountain, okay? They were your best friend. Y'all had probably been together for a while, okay? The number 21 is standing out to me. I don't know why, but I feel like I'm talking to someone who had, you know, maybe y'all were high school sweethearts or college sweethearts, or you had been with them since you were young, a young woman, okay? And maybe you're very mature now, late 30s, early 40s, late 50s, you know, just an older, seasoned woman, and you lost the love of your life. So that this Venus retrograde made you revisit those feelings. And he may have been gone for a while, or she may have been gone for a while, but the retrograde made you think about the time that you spent with them, the love that y'all had. And I believe I'm talking to somebody who feels like they're never, ever going to find that love again, that type of love, that level of love. But I don't know. I feel like maybe you probably are trying to re-enter the dating scene. Okay, so maybe you have been on a few dates, and maybe that could also been what triggered you thinking about, you know, your deceased love, on top of the fact that Venus was going to do that anyway, okay? But I believe that you're like, oh, it's so disgusting out here in this dating scene now, because it is. It's disgusting. The dating scene sucks, but you do have to keep an open mind and a positive mind when you do go out there, because we have to understand that we attract that which we think. Okay, so if you go out there with like, oh, it's disgusting, I don't want to be out here, but I'm lonely, then you're going to attract, you know, low vibrating energies that are going to connect to that energy. So I just want to let that be a, you know, a little word of encouragement that if you are back on the scene and it does seem like it's just slim pickings, just keep in mind that what you want wants you. Okay, so what's for you will find you. Just make sure you are vibrating on the frequency of it so y'all can run into one another, okay? And don't be so hard-pressed on how you meet them and where you meet them and what they look like. You know, all of that is for, you know, the immature energy. You know, that's, you know, kind of like child's play. You know, if you're seasoned and you're watching this and you have endured this here, I'm sure if you're back on the dating scene or you're ready to go back on the dating scene, I think you're coming out of this energy here, this grief or, you know, the heaviness of thinking back on the love of your life that passed away. You're coming out elevated. Okay. So that's the energy you need to stay in so you can, again, vibrate into the arms of someone who is a vibrational match for you. Okay. Because if you're thinking negative, you are going to attract someone that's in that same energy, right? Okay, so let's get some tarot pulled now. Let's get some tarot pulled now. Actually, I'm going to go ahead and get those off the scene because I don't think these cards have anything to do with what the tarot is about to show me. So that was a separate message all by itself. I thought it was going to give me some words that were going to link to the reading, but Spirit said that was a whole separate message. And maybe it was necessary for me to pull those 3 cards for those of you who are still, you know, in the energy of mourning a deceased loved one. Okay, deceased husband, deceased wife, deceased boyfriend, girlfriend. Okay, let's get it. Let's lay some cards here. I'm going to lay down 6 cards and I will channel that message of love. If you're here, please hit that subscribe button. If you have not, if you are resonating thus far, hit that like button. Okay, so I am going to pull right off the top. Let's go. Let's get it. I don't read reversals, you guys. Okay. Sun card. The Lovers. Ooh. 3 of Pentacles. 9 of Cups. 6 of Cups. And the Contestant, which is the Fool card in this deck. This is very positive. This is very positive. The Sun. The Lovers. 3 of Pentacles. 9 of Cups. 6 of Cups. And the Contestant. The Fool. So listen, it's funny how... I didn't think that those 3 cards were going to be relevant to this, but actually it is. I know for a fact that I am speaking to those of you who lost the love of your life. They were everything to you. They were your teammate, best friend. The fact that dogs have shown up twice, y'all might have even had dogs, okay? And those dogs, you may even still have the dog. And the dog is a representation of that person. Not like the soul of the dog, the soul of the deceased one is in the dog. Just meaning y'all might have gotten the dog together when y'all were younger and you still have the dog, okay? So you and the dog are missing the deceased loved one. But it's not a coincidence that the cards, you know, the first card showed the dog as well. And then the 3 of Rings, which is the 3 of Pentacles in this deck, is also a indication of, again, a teammate, team player, okay? So y'all did a lot of planning together. Y'all traveled, okay? I believe I'm talking to someone, you and your mate, y'all went everywhere together, okay? And y'all were in love. What y'all had was irresistible. I'm feeling soulmate. Okay, you had met your soulmate. Everything was perfect between y'all. Now, I'm not saying that you didn't have, you know, disagreements and little arguments, but nothing that was toxic, you know, just normal human experiences when it comes to relationships. But for the most part, they were the love of your life. And I know that because the 9 of Cups is here, which talks about a wish fulfillment, which talks about sensual pleasure, which talks about intimacy and intuition and love, and you got that. And how do I know I'm speaking to somebody who got that and received that from someone from their past who is now deceased? Because the Six of Cups is here, and the Six of Cups is about someone from your past. Okay, it's memories and nostalgic moments from someone from your past. Okay. Now, like I said earlier, I do believe that I'm talking to somebody who just came through that energy, just came through that Venus and Leo retrograde energy. And you're probably ready to get back on the scene. I think you've said, okay, enough is enough. You know, my loved one is in the heavens, guiding me, watching me, still loving me. I still feel his connection. I still feel her connection. And I just thought of the scene. I just thought of the scene in the movie Ghost with Demi Moore when Patrick Swayze was sitting behind her and she was holding the mold and she could feel his energy, sit behind her and grab her hands. Even though he was deceased, she was tapping into his frequency. And he was actually there, just in another realm. That's what I'm feeling. You probably just came through some very intense energies of your loved one. Memories were just coming out of the blue. It may have even hit you so hard, that it drained you. You may have been depressed. You may have been full of anxiety here lately. You just been sad. As you should be. You have every right to be, because someone that you loved with all of your heart and had been, I feel like I might be even speaking to somebody who he was your first, she was your first from a sexual standpoint. And even if they were not your first, because that could have been just for some of y'all. For others, they may not have been your first sexual experience, but they were the first love that you've ever had. Okay. And again, it doesn't matter if you were married or just boyfriend, girlfriend. It was real and it was magnetic and it was full of genuine, pure love. Okay. But they were called to the other side. They transitioned. It was probably untimely. Nobody is ever prepared to lose someone that they love. However, you have cycled through this energy. I think you have dealt with it. Not just because of the Venus and Leo. I think that you have finally come to a point, because I feel like they've been gone for a while. And I don't think I'm talking to somebody who they've just been gone for a year or two. I think I'm talking to somebody who this mate transitioned a while ago. Okay. I don't want to throw any particular, number out there. It's just been a minute. And it's been a long time coming for you. Rightfully so. But something here recently has made you say, I can't stay stuck in this cycle. I've got to get back out there and I'm ready. And you know how I know that? Because the Fool card. The Fool card is here. And that is someone who says, I'm going to take the bull by the horns and I'm about to ride. Because I'm tired of going through this energy that is not doing anything for my well-being. It's not doing anything for my heart space. Me staying stuck in the grief, in the bereavement, in the mourning of losing the love of my life. It's not moving me any forward in this life. Okay. Now I am hearing something. So give me just a second because it's downloading. Some of y'all have had either paranormal encounters or a dream of the loved one, and he or she did something in the dream that was symbolic of letting you go. Meaning like he or she was telling you it's okay for you to move on in love. Okay. And whoever receives that message, you'll know you'll know it's for you, because I'm sure not everybody has experienced that, but that is the message that Spirit just downloaded to me. And you'll know if, you'll know who you are. Okay. So let's pull some more cards, because you are ready to love again and you're ready to be loved again. You're ready to practice the art of allowing love. I do believe that because the Mountain card came out with those first 3 cards, I do believe that that may also be an indication that it may be hard, but you're willing to try it. It may be hard, but you're willing to give it a try. I feel like that you're willing to move that mountain or go up the mountain, however the mountain presents itself to you, okay? Whether you move it, go around it, or go up it, you're going to face it. There was a time when you were not even ready or willing to face it, but something has tapped you into a new energy, a newness. Something has made you say, I'm ready to get back out there. It could just be because you're lonely now. You're lonely, not lonely like thirsty, but lonely like I'm ready to be responsible for someone's heart again. I'm ready for somebody to be responsible for my heart. I'm ready to love. I'm ready to be loved. I'm ready to make love. Okay, somebody has had that conversation. Okay, I do feel like I am sensing that some of you got your rebirthing and got this awareness through several sessions of therapy, and something just clicked. Okay, something has just clicked because it's time. Okay, so I'm not talking to people who have just sit in this energy for so long that they're, you know, just wiltering away. I'm talking to somebody who has dealt with the energy of depression, dealt with it, but you got the help, whether it was, you know, had family, again, therapy, church, you know, candles, spirit rituals. You did things that helped move you slowly but thoroughly through this energy. And now you are ready, not ready like, I'm a seed just to see, but ain't no but. You are really ready. And again, for those of you who received that dream or had that premonition or that paranormal experience where your loved one visited you, for some of y'all, that was what you needed, because they told you or did something very symbolic of releasing you so you could be loved again, so you can, you know, go out and love again. Okay, so, and if for some reason Capricorn came up, I just heard Capricorn. So I'm maybe speaking to Capricorn people. Either you are a Capricorn or the one that you loved was a Capricorn. It feels like you may be a Capricorn. So again, I'm not speaking to just Capricorns, but Capricorn, if you're here, listen up. This really could be symbolic of something that you're experiencing. Also, Gemini is here, and Jupiterian energy is here. So Leo and Sag energy. Okay. Thank you, Spirit. Show me more. Show me clearly. Yeah, you're ready. That's the King of Pentacles. You're sitting very comfortable in the knowingness that you are ready to provide, ready to love and be loved again. For some of you, you're even ready to get married. Now, I feel like this is relevant to those of you who lost a husband or a wife. And maybe in the very beginning, you thought, I would never get married again. Okay? You're a widow. You still carry your husband's last name. And for those of you who lost your wife, you still feel committed to her. So you had made a promise to yourself that you were never going to get married again. But again, you've did the work, you've healed your heart, you've had everybody around you working with you, praying with you, you know, those people that you allowed into your life to help you through this grieving process all of these years, and you're healed and you're ready. So what you said you wasn't going to do, you're ready to do it. Contingent upon you finding the right one, for sure. Not just, as this won't be out of 30